Hey everyone, we're at the Ruby Buckle West in South Jordan, Utah. I'm Amy Wilson here at the EQN Sports Desk. It is driven by Holiday Auto Group, and I'm excited to get to visit with Vauna Walker again. I think it's been a few years since I interviewed you at the first Pink Buckle with a very cool horse, and now you're back. Jail Red by a Thread. You were a 16.558. They won the Futurity Round 1 2D. So big congratulations. $6,000 total with a rider, owner, breeder. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is a horse you call Barry. Tell
Correct.
us the story. How'd you get this horse and what's the training been like?
Well, we were looking for another baby that fall. It was in 2020, and talked to Jill Lane, and she had a baby. She didn't have many left, but she had this one baby, and he was breeding that we liked, SIROCCO, and he's out of a thoroughbred, one of the red mares.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Montana and picked him up. That's how we ended up with him.
I love that. So bought him as a yearling. He's a 5-year-old gelding now. Had you ridden one with this kind of breeding before?
No, I've always wanted to ride a SIROCCO. It's the first time I've ridden one, and I was excited to do that.
Yeah, well, he is very cool. I think we should take a look at this run. As I mentioned, a 16.558 yesterday in the Futurity, round number 1. So as we watch this, Vauna, tell us all about it.
He got just a little bit down the pen from that first barrel, but he's so fast. And he came back and got in position, pulled just a little bit there, but lined out. And I could tell by the third, he had it, did a really good turn. I was really happy with him. He's a little bit sensitive, so he's not a horse that I whip. I kind of pat his shoulder on the way home, and he goes. So.
Yeah, we'll get to watch it again here in slow motion, and I'm sure those are things that you've learned over the years with all the different horses. You treat each one like an individual and do what they need. What more can you tell us about what it's like to run him?
Well, I love the speed. He's one of the fastest horses I've ridden, and he's like so nice on the ground. You know, a lot of them really run horses. They'll get a little pushy and everything, and gosh, he just stays right in your hands. He doesn't step in too close or try to pull away. He's just one of those really nice horses to handle. When he's quiet and he's not running, you wouldn't know he was a barrel horse to handle.
You saying he's one of the fastest horses you've ever ridden, that's saying a lot coming from you.
I feel like he is. That speed is just so awesome.
Yeah, talk to us about his color change. What color was he when you got him, and then we can see what he is now?
He was strawberry roan, really red, and it had gray on his papers, and I thought, that's not right. But evidently Jill Lane knew what she was talking about better than I did, because he turned out almost white now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's always interesting to see how they do that. I mentioned interviewing you at the first Pink Buckle. Now here, kind of talk about the years of being involved in Pink and Ruby. Sorry, I know the tractor's a little bit loud.
Okay.
Talk about the years you've been involved in Pink and Ruby and what that's done for you and your program.
Okay, I love the buckle races. I love to be able to go to a big race, all the people there, compete against all the other horses. And, you know, they're so user-friendly. They're easy to enter, they're easy to get there, they're always so organized to tell everybody what they're supposed to do and where their stalls are. I love those things about them.
Yeah, that's good.
They've done a great job.
Well, thank you. Good. I know they appreciate that. Speaking of other horses running, one of those is one that you trained, a Goodbye Lane, and with new owners, I know you're really proud of what they're accomplishing. Tell us about that one.
I am. The one from last year. His name is Rodney, and he's got a really, really fun personality, and it's just so much fun to watch her get to know him, and she's commented so many times about how quiet he is to warm up. And I feel like that's a huge success.
Yeah.
Her husband has been to the finals several times. He's a team roper, Healing, and he even seems to like Rodney. So
that's good. The whole family likes him. That's good.
Yeah.
And what a testament to your training, to be able to pass one along that people love and that they can go do well on.
How is it for me?
Yeah, I mean, it has to mean a lot there, too.
Yeah, it's emotional, kind of.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's the highs. And I miss him every day. You know, he was a fun horse. But it couldn't be any better for me than to see somebody step on that horse and go do well. And she's doing a great job with him.
Yeah. How do you deal with getting attached to one?
You know, it's just a part of life for me.
Yeah.
We've done this for a long time, and you know, sometimes I've tried not to let myself get too attached, but you miss things that way.
Right.
And so I just figure I'll deal with it when we get there.
Yeah, it's an important part to be able to connect with them through the training, and then when you have to say goodbye, I'm sure it's a little bittersweet. But when you get to see them do well, then that makes it all better.
It does. It makes up for everything, I think.
So a great day yesterday, round number 1, and I'm sure you're excited for today. What's on your mind going into round 2?
Going into round 2, I'm going to warm him up just a little bit different. I'm going to work it. There's a set of barrels out there, and I'm going to work him just a little bit on that second barrel. You know, so he'll stay in that turn really handy. And then same thing with the first. I'm not as worried about the first because he was just a little lost yesterday. He hasn't run here much or anything, so I think he'll just come back and get that today. Got my fingers crossed anyway.
Yeah, I bet so. And as a great trainer, making those little adjustments to help him be more confident and to be even better. So already won $6,000. So round 1 of the Futurity yesterday, winning the 2D. It was a .75 split from the 1D, so 16.558 for Vauna Walker. And JL Red by a thread. That horse is by JL SIROCCO, a 5-year-old gelding that she calls Barry. So we'll get to see him run again today. You can watch that all live on Ride TV. Vauna, anything else you want to add about being here or about getting this win?
It's just been an easy race. It's been fun. I love it. My husband travels with me, so we kind of go shopping and do other stuff. My daughter's here. That's always a great time.
Oh, that's so special. What was your family's reaction to you getting the win yesterday?
They're all so supportive. In fact, it was my daughter that told me. I was thinking it was a 5/10 split. And it was my daughter that called me last night and told me that we had won the 2D.
Oh,
so
how
that
special.
was really exciting.
Yeah, a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Well, good luck today, and thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming up. It was good to visit with you again.
Thank
That's
you.
Vauna Walker, as I mentioned, winning the 2D of Futurity round 1, and you can watch it all live today on Ride TV, and I'll be here to bring you all the winners. Thanks so much for watching.